Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today we continue on with Dominion of the Riftborn. Our party's been underground for a good while, and they are continuing to be underground for a while longer as they attempt to deal with the rift and find whatever information they can. As for what's been going on, what happened last time, and who's in trouble this time, I will leave it up to our loudmouth Cornelius.
Oh, I don't think he's going to be much of a loudmouth for a while now after what happened. So after when we last left off, we had just got our asses well, me and Xanth had just got our asses handed to by each other because we literally Cornelius got taken in by the mist. To be fair, he thought it tricked him by making him believe that he had just witnessed the horrifying death of his squire, which that's no bueno. That's no bueno at all. But he was led to believe that Cookie was I forget he think he was taken over by or replaced by some evil creature, and while in all kinds of hijinks ensued. Leave to be said, we were both very, very injured, especially after Xanth blew up my holy symbol. I was also further injured when Alcock's character Bella decided I threatened the dog, I must be punished, and they proceeded to beat me. We we left the fort to return to the stables. We stayed in the day. Was it stables or like some sort of guardhouse? I don't remember.
It's not really a fort,
Guard,
it's a library.
Oh, it's a okay, it's a library. So we left the library to go back to that guardhouse to mend our wounds and rest. Xanth made a new holy symbol for Cornelius. We stayed there for a bit, only to hear some ruckus. So there was some ruckus coming from the entrance. And that's how we met Zap's character. What was it again? It was Zarin. Saren? What's this?
Saren.
Saren. I think I'm saying that right. But yeah, they came in literally riding an explosion on a door. They were explosion surfing. A certain wizard from a certain anime would be very proud. They got introduced. A new NPC was introduced. I forget what their name was. I think Fennec. They seem to be an interesting person. We got to know them for a little bit, mostly by Alcock talking to them. I think Alcock mainly talked to them and just unloaded about all the things that were going on with their character. God, poor Bella Villa is going through the ringer emotionally. But we had left off about to take a long rest and splitting up everyone into watch partners. I believe it was, let's see here, Xanth and Bella, Cookie and Fennec, Saren and Farron, and Dalton and Cornelius. That last one should be interesting.
Indeed. Anything else you would like to add that has gone on in the last session?
I can't think there was anything else. I don't think there was.
Alrighty. Then we will begin. Since Xanth isn't here, we're going to move through the first watch, moving through with Cookie and Fennec as being NPCs. Nothing really to talk to there. Let's start with Saren and Varen. Team Aaron, apparently.
Hopefully no one gets poisoned. Game of
What's
Thrones
that
reference.
supposed to mean?
Talk
Game of
like
Thrones
that,
reference.
and you might be the one to get poisoned.
Game
I
of
think
Thrones
it's going to be
reference.
him getting poisoned anyway for his mouth.
Yeah, fair.
Right.
Lord Aaron, hand of the king. You know, you got poisoned.
No, it was a shitty show. I didn't watch any of it.
Well, continuing
Moving
on.
Anyway,
on.
role play.
Audience, they didn't mean it. They didn't mean it. Don't hate on Game of Thrones. But
Moving on.
moving on.
So Saren and
I
Varen,
guess-
you were on watch.
Yeah. What is Varen doing?
She has two patients to keep half an eye on since they're idiots and like to get themselves injured. But other than that, she's just. Did we make a fire?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. Didn't think so. In that case, yeah, she's doing that and occasionally fiddling with a stone cube.
Well, whenever Saren sees Varen go to start a fire, Varen will actually go,
Nope.
"Oh, I got this
Not
handled."
starting a fire.
Oh,
She's
Okay.
fiddling around with a stone cube instead.
okay. I thought you said that she was starting a fire as well. Okay, well, Saren will keep her distance while Varen checks on the injured because has no medical history and does not want to fuck anything up. When Varen pulls out the cube, though, Saren immediately gets very intrigued and just kind of walks up but tries to stay a little bit of distance since they're still so new. Doesn't want to offend Varen and go, "Oh, what's that you have there?"
A little magical brick of stone. Keeps itself warm. Not warm enough to cook food, but stave off the chill. You want it? But I still hold onto it for a while.
I'd love to take a look at it if you're okay with that.
Well, it's nothing special. But I shall hand it over. You can get
I
them
mean-
at most magical shops for quite cheap.
Any kind of artifact is always interesting to me. Love to see and how it was useful in different areas. Think of ways. Just it feels like you get to know people better by what kind of artifacts are surrounding them.
So a historian?
You can say that. I'm trying to keep good grades at the academy and stuff. I'm definitely more of a hands-on learner, though.
Well, academy. You did say you're from Fairwood, right?
Stop.
I did.
So is that the one in Boulders or Waterdeep?
I don't think above table. I don't think I thought that far ahead. Oh no.
It's a 50-50 choice.
Or it could be from anywhere else.
Eh. Um.
Silvery Moon. Be from
I-
Silvery Moon makes things easier.
Silvery Moon. Okay. No, neither of those. It was Silvery Moon smaller than those two.
No.
Okay. No, I went to the academy in Silvery Moon.
I haven't met many people from there. But I've heard it's in decent condition and the learning's still good.
I mean, I got along with most of my teachers there, and I had many a new artifacts to look at. Sometimes Finnick would drag me along, and we'd go and get ourselves into trouble. I'm not going to lie.
You
And
hear
well, you're
Fennec mumble in
fitting-
his trance.
Well, you'll fit in with the rest of them. They like to get themselves in trouble.
Well, Finnick will. He's the one that purposely tried to get in trouble. I just kind of find myself there. But are you a fellow academic too?
Yeah, but I didn't go to any of the major schools. I did some private learning there, but most of mine was not exactly apprenticeship, but more skilled professionals checking to make sure I have actually earned my position.
Can I get a quick perception check from Varen?
Yep, that is set to normal, and it's set to. There we go. He set that to public. Now, the crit that.
Damn.
You hear the trancing Finnick mumble something about dwarf incident the moment Saren accuses him as being the troublemaker. Saren, you hear it too.
Apparently, a dwarf incident.
Saren is going to put her foot on Finnick's cheek and kind of like squish his mouth a little bit. Not a lot of pressure, but
You hear squeaked out, the gnome twins.
I mean, you can't help sleep talking. It's just a condition of the brain.
I should also
The brain
remind
has
you
to
that he's
fix
an elf.
itself.
He's not actually asleep, he's trancing.
yeah.
She's trying to give him saving grace.
I'm just telling you. Because he's a one elf.
Finnick is a interesting fellow to say the least. Doesn't always know when to keep his trap shut.
The trap door of 93.
If I didn't need you well rested, I would kick you in the face right now.
Don't. I have enough on my plate without adding a broken nose to it.
Saren, your foot gets licked.
I imagined her having her shoes on, so
Yeah, you can still see it.
she's gonna get up and walk to the other side away from Finnick.
Not
Oh,
actually
good.
on that map.
That's okay, fine. I'll move her back, but
Yeah, I'm
in
just giving you a
spirit,
heads up.
that's no, you're good.
Yeah, these two seem close then. Good friends by the looks of it. Partners in crime, shall I say?
Yeah, Finnick here didn't to go to the academy with me, but was around the academy, and whenever we would go on different expeditions, we would always get teamed up for the first little bit, and then afterwards we just kind of looked for each other, going, "I know what you're capable of. Get your ass over here."
Fair enough. You find certain people you like, and most of the time it's good to stick with them. Trust is a very useful tool out in the fields.
He's the one who's reliable is also a very good thing too.
You get into a close cause if you don't, or you make the mistake of thinking something's true when it's not.
Or you just sit there and go, "All right, you can do this, right?" And they look at you and go, "I thought you were the one that was going to do that." And I'm like, "The whole reason I brought you was because I thought you could do this." And then you're both sitting there up shit's creeks without the paddle going, "Whom the fuck can help me with this? I can't do shit. We're stuck."
Fair.
Yeah.
So what did you go for exactly? Just artifacts or something specific?
No, I am actually I was taking wizard classes, learning different arcane and how to deal with the weave and stuff, but I will admit my passion is the artifacts.
Oh, do you specialize in something or just generic wizardry?
The scribes are what called me.
Pen and paper is always useful to keep on hand, especially when you can put them to use without
Ye-
extreme amounts of money.
Yes, and the ability to actually understand what makes a spell and what makes certain components of it go one way and another. It's It's enlightening, really.
Hmm, it could be. I only dabble in the subject to a degree. It's not my specialty, but I
Fair.
know a decent amount.
You see
Is it-
Saren lift a cup of hot chocolate to her lips and take a drink.
Saren's drinking hot cocoa?
Yep.
I don't recall having cocoa.
Saren,
And I
you
have
look
cocoa.
down and you're like, you look down as you take the sip. That's good. And you're like, wait, when the fuck did I get hot chocolate?
Saren's going to look around very confused and a little scared. Like, should I be drinking this? It's good, but should I?
Cookie, are you causing trouble again?
You hear Cookie snore, rather theatrically. As you find, you also have a cup of hot cocoa in your hand.
It was a
Someone-
glass of whiskey, but a drink is a drink.
You see there is a small flask of whiskey next to your foot.
Would you like a second cup of cocoa? I think that is calling my name much more.
Well, I just assumed you'd add some of the whiskey to the cocoa, but sure, why not?
I'm not keen on mixed drinks. I like mine neat if I can get some.
This Saren's gonna double
Fair.
fist some hot chocolate.
Much better than Garen having 2 flasks to drink from.
I mean, I am just now already headcanoning how much alcohol my dwarf can handle, so.
Hell of a lot. As a
No,
dwarf can.
actually, I want her to be the opposite of a normal dwarf.
Well, the problem is you're a dwarf, so you get the poison resistance.
Yep.
You should have put Constitution as your dump stat.
Fuck.
We don't get to
Huh.
choose our blood alcohol tolerance. But carry on.
Anyway, but
You also see Saren, a tiny, very annoyed horse, giving one of the injured patients a very severe look. He is also slightly on fire.
has Saren seen this horse before?
No,
Whose horse is that?
it's maybe
Uh,
an inch or two tall.
I mean, it's kicking him for a reason.
And it's not kicking him yet, it's just giving him a stare down.
Oh, I thought you said it was nudging it with his foot.
Nah, it's just giving him the mean look.
Saren will look at Varen. Is that your horse there?
No, I don't really do animals that well. I had the old mule once that pulled a wagon. But no, that's his. He does this, he kind of abuses the poor ethereal thing.
Saren is going to look at one of the cups of hot cocoa and judge how warm it is.
Very.
Saren is going to go over, and just for above table to clarify, it is Cornelius that's getting the
Meat mugs, yeah.
look. Okay. Saren is going to go over, put 1 cup of hot cocoa down near Cornelius, turn to Cookie and go, I apologize, but this must be done. And put one of Cornelius's hands in the cup of hot cocoa
Oh no.
as kind of like that warm water prank.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm sorry, should I retcon that?
No, this is not what I expected. I should have, now that I think about it. I need a disadvantage perception check from Cornelius.
Five.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cornelius, you're having wonderful dreams of being back on the road, going adventuring. It's late night. You've just taught your squire some lessons on about how to travel on the road, and you had to go take a leak. It's about halfway through. He was like, "Yeah, I'm awesome. I was in a library."
What have you done, Zeph? What the fuck have you done, Zeph?
As you start feeling warm in your nether regions. And it's not long after that you wake with a start. By this point, Saren's already back in their seat.
I look around. Do I feel like the hot cocoa on my fingers?
It's not the first thing you notice. There's something else that's drawing your attention, but can I get an investigate?
Normal roll.
Yep. Yeah, you do.
I take my hand out of the cup and I look down. Why? Who has done this?
There are two people awake. Well, three people. One is snoring rather theatrically. One is Varen and one is Saren.
I look over at Varen and Saren, being the only two people who are actually awake, because I'm just gonna believe that Cookie's asleep.
Yeah, the one that's theatrically sleeping, who is absolutely not asleep, because they're very bad at the fake snoring. But yeah, they're definitely asleep. And then you have the elf who's trancing.
Yeah. I look over at Varen and Saren. I look at Varen. You're too mature to do something like this. And I look over at Saren, and you're new. I have no idea of your maturity level.
Do you go to
I'm
stand up?
I do.
Your hand lands in another cup of hot cocoa.
I take it out and shake the chocolate off.
This one was on the side of this trancing elf.
Oh, their figures also in there, or just
No,
I'm just gonna assume Cookie gave hot chocolate. That's what Cookie does. It gives treats to people.
problem is it's not put where that would naturally be put by Cookie. It was placed just so when you tried to sit up or stand up, your hand would find it. It's very out of the way.
So it was a trap.
It was a trap.
I look at the two. If I recall, Varen doesn't have prestidigitation.
I don't think so.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Sailwind did, but she's not here.
Yeah, I think the only one who has it. God, I can't. I don't think Sam had it.
I don't think
they
so. I don't
do.
think clerics get it.
No.
By the way, Xanthus is asleep and injured.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I was also injured and asleep. But now I'm here with hands covered in hot chocolate and pants covered in stuff. Thank you.
I hope it's just one thing.
What?
Nothing.
Everyone picking on Cornelius. He's dealing with a lot right now.
Because it's a conduit to you.
Oh.
I'm getting bullied. Okay, I see how things are.
That's a constant fact. You should know this.
So what would the party like to do?
I mean, Saren's just sitting there enjoying her cup of hot cocoa that she has.
Saren is the only one with hot chocolate. The other 2 cups seem to have come from elsewhere.
I
Cornelius will
mean,
take
Baron is drinking from a flask as well. Just an
Yeah.
occasional sip.
Cornelius will look at this, look at all everything that's happening, just kind of give a defeated sigh. He's been dealing with way too much to even get mad about this. He's still really fucked up about what he saw back in the library. So he's just gonna go into his pack, grab his grab a change of clothes, hopefully some sort of towel, and walk towards the door. I'll be right back.
Rinse them off and I'll dry them for you. We don't need you having to dry them on a clothesline halfway through combat.
Ah, yeah, that would be a bit of difficult, wouldn't it?
Indeed. But I'm assuming no one here wants to see me disrobe. Or maybe you do, I don't know.
I'd rather not, but I think I had to see a good portion of it when I had to change those bandages.
I don't. Cornelius looks down as thigh. I think I was injured anywhere down there.
You were in a wall, there's probably some superficial damage at least to your
Your
legs.
greaves were banged into the back of your thighs. You were hit hard. Not to mention all
There.
the splinters from you going through a door.
Are you going to tell me right now that Mom and I had to pull some splinters out of my ass?
Yes.
I mean, at least it's not a porcupine.
But continuing on, as Cornelius heads out.
Yeah, Cornelius is just going to go around to the side of the house, just around the corner, strip off his soiled clothes and replace them with some relatively fresher clothes.
While Cornelius is gone, Saren's actually going to kind of mid sip. She's already drinking like half of the hot cocoa at this point. Mid sip, just gonna kind of look at the glass, look over at Baron with their whiskey, and actually just kind of reach their mug out and go, "If you wouldn't mind giving me a little bit, that'd be appreciated."
A bit, but it is actually decent quality.
Aaron, you also catch out of the corner of your eye. Fennec opens an eye and gives you a thumbs up when Cornelius leaves before going back to trancing.
I'm no snitch. You work with rogues enough to learn that's a very bad idea. But yeah, there is a bit of whiskey poured into the glass.
Saren will nod in appreciation, swirl it around a little bit before taking a swig. But what is your specialty, since you asked me about my knowledge?
Bandages, sutures, and antiseptic.
Ah, so you focus
With a
more
bit
on...
of cutting if needed.
Ah, so you focused more on practical medicine.
Practical, yeah. The magical came slightly after.
Valid. I don't... I have yet to add any magical healing to my repertoire, so... Glad that someone here knows how to heal.
It's what I do well. And as grim as it is, I do actually enjoy doing it.
I mean, I would find it more grim if it was one of those you enjoy experimenting on them and stuff like that. Just being able to heal people, I don't find that quite grim.
Careful, you know what they say about assuming.
Oh, are you telling me that you're one of those, what is it called? A mad doctor?
No, I don't do that. As interesting as those stories can be, they are awfully dark for my taste. Experimenting on a patient is a good way to not get a single one more.
That is indeed very true.
Plus, there's enough cadavers to experiment on at the schools.
Saren will let out a pretty hearty laugh at that. I like you. You're a smart one. Very fun.
The wonders of books, and someone who's actually interested in the furtherment of your education.
I hadn't been around too many book smart individuals until I went to the academy.
Oh no, you
Don't get
don't get them that much unless you go to the cities, the academies, or the adventure at this point. But
I
don't know about here yet.
that is fair. But so you're the healer, and I'm assuming that Mr. Pisspons over there is more of a fighter. Want to tell me any more about your group here and how they do in fights?
Yeah, he's one of those zealot warriors, the paladins. And the other wonderfully looking person over there, all covered in white bandages, is another fighter and a cleric, I think some sort of battle priest in the loosest sense of the terms. We have another magic caster, this one a bit enthused of his own glamour. And then you have Bella over there, the absolute muscle, but don't think that takes away from the muscle that's in her head as well. She's actually quite intelligent.
Oh, brains and bronze. Always nice to see one of those.
More wise than smart, I think. But it's hard to tell sometimes. Those two go hand in hand.
Fair. There are many ways to acquire knowledge. You don't have to just uh get it from books and literature. That is how I like to
That's
get
fair.
mine, but sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
That's good.
I don't think there would be much else that Saren would say that I am really wanting to RP at the moment. Just kind of more small talk and trying to get to know Varen and stuff like that, just with shared knowledge and stuff like that with a fellow academic.
Fair enough. It's not long after that that the two of you find that y'all's watch has concluded, and Lord Cornholio is on his watch with Father Dalton. Anything that
What watch
either
is
of
this
you would
now?
do?
Second, third. I forgot what watch this now. Second, third, or fourth?
Fourth, and very last one. Fennec is also awake. He's just making it look like he's trancing.
Yeah. I I guess I'm woken up and I just take my position.
I'm assuming Cornelius was already awake at this point.
You got a little more sleep.
All right. Cornelius will also take up position. He's going to put on his armor. Seeing as this is the last watch anyway, so he's just going to get fully kitted out.
Okay. So is that all y'all two are doing?
If Dalton wants to ask Cornelius anything, he can. Cornelius is just kind of standing there, looking with a 1,000-yard stare.
Y'all's watch passes relatively quietly. Nothing enters y'all's little domicile. And it's not long before the rest of the party is up. Bella, you have finally awoken. you and the rest of the party are now all up and at 'em after having a large breakfast from a good cookie. They get the eggs, they get the pancakes, they get the bacon.
Does everyone look more alive?
More so, Cornelius and Xanth still look pretty banged up, but they're looking better than they did the day before.
Does that mean we don't get a long rest?
You do get a long
or-
rest, but you physically look a little under the weather. Mechanically, you're
Fair. Okay, fair.
I think Bella would be pretty simple then, and probably just look at everyone and just say, right, so are we ready to try and go through there and actually get through there? I don't think we can sit around and fight everything that comes in front of us or investigate everything. I think we just have to try and get Cornelius's people back and Salem and Julie if they're there and get on with it. Maybe destroy everything. I don't know yet, but are we good to just no more playing the hero, no more weird tangents? If someone feels off or something's happening, we talk to each other and we just no more solo stuff.
Saren is going to pipe up. So there's something to investigate in there, but we're not allowed to investigate it, is what you're saying.
No. What I'm saying is, I don't think there is anything to investigate. Sure, we could go around and look in each and every room and try and find something. But what happened last time was we got into one room, fought a bunch of creepy things in some robes, and then had to take a rest to get better. And then after that, all of a sudden, everyone was doing the weird whatever the Pirate Queen and Cornelius did when he had whatever happened to him, and then you go after there and you go there and we'll all split this way and we split the party up and then they blew up and everything. So I'm more saying that with all the stuff in there, the floating weird librarians that hit you with a lot of necrotic damage and the books that will slap the shit out of you, it's probably best if we don't just go looking in every room. If we try to find Cornelius's people and the missing people so we can get out. We saw them upstairs in that window up there, and she'll point out. And so I think our goal is to get there and not look around for everything unless we just want to be in there for a few hours and then have to come right back out here and spend a whole day wasted down here again sleeping.
Wasn't the figure you saw in that window one of those robed floating people you just mentioned?
No, we don't know if it was not, correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, Susie, it wasn't one of those librarian things. We thought it was someone like one of the cultists maybe, right? I wasn't the only one who saw them. Multiple people saw him up there. We thought
was
that
hard
it
to
was
tell.
one of the cultists.
It was a robed figure with a hood up. It was hard to see in the distance and in the dark.
Actually, just gonna put our hands up and speak. I don't actually. Let's just go back to how we were last night. I don't give a shit. What do you want to do in there? What is the plan? We came down here to try and get this gone so the city wasn't all taken, because anyone who's been infected by the red stuff will eventually get turned and brought down here. They're getting taken right off the streets. That's the last we really heard from Salwood and Julie, right? That they're just getting taken off the streets. And so we came here, we made our way through with the guy who said we're not going to be able to find our way back when he left us. So what do we want to is this where we live now? Is this it? Are we going to live in this hut? Are we going to try and get through there? What is it that you want to do, Cornelius? What is your plan?
Perfectly. My plan is to finish going through this place. This place was supposed to be where the corruption is situated, yes?
You want to go in and open every single door and look in every single room and not try and find your retinue, which I thought was the whole thing why you came down here, because we were under the impression that they were here.
Well, this building isn't even even the fort where we lost the retinue. Lost my retinue. They could be down here, maybe, but we can't. It's not as if we can just go through it and ignore every door. It's a good chance we get ambushed that way.
Well, you hear from Fennec. If I was gonna hide something that kept corrupted and stealing people in a tower, I'd probably put it at the top.
This is fair, but
That
if we
is
don't, if we
I
don't go
said
through
we
the
should
rooms,
go up the stairs.
if we don't go up the rooms, we'll end up having people those things coming up to us and doing a pincer maneuver, cutting off our
Okay,
escape.
what
and-
happened to us? What happened to us when we were in the cultist big castle? Did we go through every single room, or did we fucking run to get out of there because there was so much going on? Don't
We had-
think we have the time to go through everything, because this is our whole group and we almost died just with those few weird floating librarians and the books that slapped the shit out of us. We all almost died. All of us were really hurt. If it wasn't for the doctor and the father, we would not be alive to have met Nick and Saren. Good morning to you both, by the way. I'm not normally this angry.
You want a bagel?
It's close, but it's not this bad. No, thank you. I just had cookies breakfast. If I eat too much, I'll be slow, and I don't like moving slow. I'm slipping into the wrong accent. I'm going to turn into New Jersey if I'm not careful. I was close. I started going into Ember there. But supposed to be like, what I'm trying to say is, I think that if we need to real quick glance, if there's something, we can, but I think Finnick has a point. We should get up high. If nothing else, we get up high and then we work our way down, versus stuck from people coming in from down below and people coming in from above.
I can go
I
take a
have
look
no-
if you want.
Yeah, then it can be a bit sneaky. And I have no problem with your plan, Bella. I just wanted to make sure I understood correctly, since I don't know everything that's been happening.
No, you both, right, Sam, you seem real nice. I like you. Cookie likes you, so that means that I like you off the bat. If she didn't like you, I probably wouldn't like you as much. This Cookie is a good judge of character. The doctor seems to like you, so you seem like a good. I don't know if you're a child or if you're an adult, by the way.
Have you
I
never
don't
met?
know if I
Oh.
call you a kid or if I call you a ma'am, or what I say. Yes,
Just-
I've met a dwarf. I just don't. She's in school. I don't know her age. She looks kind of young.
Just don't call
I
her
mean,
fun size. She gets a hammer out of nowhere.
I will come and beat the ever loving shit out of you, Finnick, if you say that one more time.
I
As
was
for
telling
you,
him not
Bella,
to.
as for my age, I am 36 years of age. So, if you wish to call me a kid, I have heard that many a times from my elders. Those I respect is fine with, or you can just call me Sarah. You don't really have to use any fancy titles. Or you can come up with your own nickname. That's fine with me too.
I call her Baron Saren of the Fun Hut.
What does Saren have on
Yeah.
her that she can throw?
Right. Doctor, is Cornelius and Xanth, are they going to be okay to move through this place? Are they going to be? I mean, I know they're not perfect, but are they at least all right when it comes to healing a bit? Right? They're okay to move through.
Baron.
Uh, I think it should be fine for the most part. their own power at this point. I can't do much more for them.
Their biggest issue was the damage done to their armor.
And above table, I don't know if we have anybody who can fix that armor.
You'd need a forge anyway.
Hmm.
I don't think there'd be a forge in a library.
Probably not. It's not enough where it's mechanically damaged, but really heavy blows have the chance of breaking their armor and starting to lower their AC. But it has not happened as of yet. And I think Cornelius' shield was destroyed. Well, it's not
Yeah, I
destroyed,
know.
it's just flipped the other way. So it doesn't really work as a shield at the moment.
Yeah.
It was concave, now it's convex. But you want me to go sneak about, see what I can find? I can get places unseen.
It's not that I don't want that. It's just that we made it in there and there's like a lot of things in there, and I would feel really bad if he went in and just died. Cookie and I and Mosifius, there's the little guy over there. Don't call him little. It's not his choice to be small. He shrunk when we went through the rift. I don't know why he's tiny, but he is very strong and brave and very powerful warhorse. We snuck in around and saw some stuff. I just don't want someone to go in and die. And she's going to toss a shield to Cornelius and say, right, I might not use that like you do, but I do like having it. So please don't break it like you broke yours.
Appreciated. I will say on the matter of letting Fennec go off to scout, it actually might be not a bad idea, depending on Fennec, you haven't been corrupted, have you?
Theron might say something differently, but not as far as I know.
Varen, would you mind checking their eyes? You're better at checking that kind of stuff than I am.
Ah, here you go.
Um,
He reaches up and
That's
puts
the
his hand
other
over
eye.
his eye and starts to dig at it. You hear a pop, and he hands you an eye, Varen.
Nice toss. Who made it?
I had a friend.
Better card than I see in most. Can I see the other eye, please? Or are you going to pop that one out too?
Oh, yeah, here you go. He starts messing with that one, and you hear another pop, and he hands it to you.
You know, I knew a Goliath who had an eye like that.
There goes your plan of checking the eyes, because I don't think enchanted glass eyes work for that.
Yes, I'm just going to have to trust that you have not been tainted by this red mist garbage. Most of us have already been, I believe. I don't think our character that Cornelius knows he's also been tainted.
Nope.
All right.
Don't worry, I'm a member of the Blue Mist Gang.
Whatever that is. But it seems that those things are drawn mostly to the people who have been corrupted. So if you go in there scouting, you have a far better chance of getting around undetected than any of us.
That's fair. And since you'll wear heavier stuff than I do, I might be a little better at staying unnoticed.
Would you mind carrying Bucephalus with you?
He's just gonna look like he's floating. Probably best not to.
Fair, but I can connect my senses and look and see through him.
It also increases the chances of me getting caught by quite a bit.
I know y'all aren't too familiar with me and Fennec here, but I trust Fennec a good deal to not get caught if he does what he needs to do.
Saren, did you see that message, by the way?
I did. There's no way to react with like a thumbs up. So
Yes, there is.
there is.
Bella's
Yeah.
just Bella's just gonna throw her hands up and just be like, right, I don't care anymore at this point in life. If you think you can make it through that whole entire place and not be seen, and then you want to come back and give us a layout of the thing, do whatever makes you happy. I don't have it in me to care at this point. It was lost the day, probably the day after we got in this place. Any fucks that I had left to give in life, they have been gone. So here's where we are. Do whatever you want.
Oh, here you go then.
Go.
He hands you a piece of paper.
And look at the paper.
On it, you see written in a scrawled handwriting, "One fucks ready to give."
Is going to fold the paper, and Nika's going to notice that her face starts looking different and her eyes get really yellow, and she's going to hand it back to him and say, right, I appreciate that you have like a great sense of humor and you're a lot of fun. I would like to go home one day, right? I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this fucking place. And so I'd like to get out of it. I don't need this. This doesn't help me and it doesn't bring me the joy that you want it to bring me. So I'm going to nicely hand it back to you. I'm going to grab some coffee and I'm going to just go sit outside and just pretend that it's fresh air and not the fucking sewers. And then she's just going to look at Cookie and say, Cookie, is there coffee still?
There's a whole new jug.
She's just gonna get coffee and she's just gonna walk back outside and go sit down again.
Before I head out, can I have my eyes back? He reaches up to Varen.
What?
You're holding his eyes.
Oh, right. Sorry. I got distracted looking up on the. Quite nice. Here you go.
He puts them in his mouth, then pops himself on the bottom of his jaw, and you see the eyes pop back.
Well, he is just how?
You know, Finnick, I want to say before you go out there, maybe don't fuck with the woman who can break you like a twig.
Where's the fun in that? But I'll be
I
back
am
within
going
an
to
hour.
laugh.
I think your friend might just be into that.
You know, if he is, it's not any of my business, so he can have his fun.
Varen, there is something that you notice. You see him palm something as he rubs his finger along his chin, trying to look cocky.
I don't get a good look at it, or can I do a perception to get actual?
It'd be a perception. Nope.
Can't win them all.
You definitely see he palmed something, but not the what.
She's just going to do a once over of her own stuff, real quick, subtly as
nothing's
she
missing.
can. Okay.
But then he gives Saren a wink, puts his finger up, time to dance, and then vanishes. Just blink and you miss it, not there anymore.
Sometimes I wonder why I stick around with that one.
He seems useful.
Who said what?
He seems useful.
No. He does have his uses, and he can be quite fun if his type of energy is your cup of tea, but if anyone tells him I say that, I will break you.
You feel a pat on your
Okay.
head.
You
Out of
better
curio-
leave now before I bite you.
You see the window behind you open.
Out of character, Cece. Out of curiosity, Does Finnick's personality remind Cornelius of anyone else's personality, like in his brand new?
Not really.
No, I thought maybe the squire had a similar personality.
I mean, they're both cocky little shits, but he's more playful than she is.
Fair. I will be
Sir-
right back.
Saren's gonna walk up to Father Dalton. So, haven't really gotten much chance to talk to you. What was your name again?
My name is Father Dalton. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Do I
I'm-
have to call you Father Dalton, or can I just call you Dalton?
Father is simply the title I've been given in most. I've been using most of my life, but you can just call me Dalton.
Aye, okay, that might be a bit easier. But in case you missed it, my name is Saren.
Yes, I've been trying. Yes, I've been keeping an eye on you since you got here. You seem relatively trustworthy, if a bit interesting.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
So, are you a wizard, an artificer? What exactly is your magic?
Yes, I am a wizard. I have an interest in artifacts, but not quite an artificer, just an eccentric wizard, as some have called me.
Ah, well, I am. Well, I'm technically a source. I'm a sorcerer and a bard and a lore bard. So I study things and teach them, and I possess some magical natural abilities. If you look along his neck, you can see like golden scales from being part dragon or being a dragon blood sorcerer.
Mm-hmm. Aye. Okay, interesting. So, more a magic caster. Good to know who else I'll be fighting alongside.
Yes, unlike the incapacitated one, I'm not. I'm a priest, but I'm not a cleric.
Haven't come across many priests, I will not lie.
Eh.
Honestly, I was thinking that being a cleric was a requirement, but to each their own, I don't know much about it myself.
I find sometimes you need someone who's able to talk to people better than most clerics are able. But that's enough about my business. So I have been meaning to wonder. So is our plan to get out of this place or keep going forward? Because I'm fairly certain two of our compatriots are still in various states and incapacitated.
I believe Bella was her name, but I believe she was saying that she wanted to try and get out or at least figure out what is going on. So I think she mentioned going up to see what's up there. And Elfinic is doing a scouting right now to see if anything on the way up to the top is of interest. But I myself do not really know what any of us are doing here. So I am not sure if y'all have oof, hold on. I am unaware if you have any different plans.
My main goal is currently surviving whatever the name of God this place is. So if sticking with this group gets me forward there, that's great. So long as they keep from trying to kill each other.
So I take it this group is still relatively new, eh?
Oh, very much so. The best way to describe me is I have healing magic with some destructive capabilities.
Interesting. Okay.
I am a paladin of conquest personally.
Though I don't
Actually,
know how much conquest. I don't know how much conquest you're going to be doing with your holy symbol currently in tatters.
you broke your holy symbol. How'd you manage that?
Uh, well, I don't know the specifics of it. He was going nuts. Cleric went to stop them. Their holy symbols collided and exploded. So while it stopped the paladin from trying to kill us, it also effectively shut down both their connections to the magic.
I mean, Xanth has already given me a new one.
Right. I forgot about that part. Unfortunately, the explosion also kind of messed up most of their gear, so we are going to need to re-retrofit them later.
Fair. Well, I'll try and help you because I know I definitely want to get out of here as well. If I can find anything interesting to look into and learn while here, of course, that will always pique my interest. But yeah, I'm quite interested in getting out of here too, so.
Well, this is a library. You'll probably have more luck finding useful information than any of us.
Depends. There will definitely be a lot of knowledge, but if it's something I find interesting, that's always more up in the air.
So y'all just gonna chill for a bit while you wait for Fennec to return.
Yes. I'll pretty much be shuffling my Tarolka cards, just looking around through them.
Anything for the rest of the group?
I can't think of anything else for Saren to ask at the moment.
No, I can't either.
Out of character, paladins alongside clerics, they can change out their spells after a long rest, right?
Yeah, you both have prepared spell lists.
I don't know about paladins. Let me see.
Yeah, no. Paladins are prepared spellcasters.
With whether
At
or
least
not
that
they
was
have
happening
it
last time I checked, unless they changed it.
completely, if they have the full list. Let me find it real quick.
Mhm.
You prefer a list that are available for you to cast, choosing from the spell. Yeah, it looks like they're like paladins. They just need to spend some time changing up what they have prepared.
Excellent. I might change up some spells. I want to see if there's anything I could use right now.
Alrighty. It's about 2 long hours before Fennec pops back up. There's a soft knock at the window.
Saren will go over and is the window open?
No. He closed it on his way out.
Okay. Okay. Saren will go and try and open it quietly as best as possible.
You see him nimbly jump in through the window. Well, that was fun. Quite a lot of floaty freaks in there. And he throws a small blue stone to Saren.
Saren's face lights up like a kid on Christmas morning as she starts to look over it, trying to see if there's anything of note she can figure out from just looking at it.
Roll Arcana, and she turns the rest group. Looks like there's probably about 3 floors, best as I can guess, unless they get real narrow towards the top. Main floor is going to be the widest. Second floor is mostly made out of scaffolding. And there's an odd central pillar in the middle. Weird magic coming off of it. I'd want Saren to take a look at it before I got too close, as well as something sounds like it's stomping around in there. Found a hidden passage that can get us up to the second floor without too much trouble. Didn't go up to the third. Didn't have much time to look around, but I didn't see any other passages on the outer ring that could get us in there, so I'm guessing the middle pillar has a way up onto that floor. Number of different floaty fuckers moving about. Did find a dead person in there, though. Where I found the stone.
Saren did roll, by the way. It just looks like it was
Yeah,
done
no, I
only
see
a
it.
GM. Okay.
We'll get to that in a second.
No, you're good. Just wanted to make sure you could see it.
This dead person, what do they look like?
Mouse.
Oh shit.
Looks like they had been mostly converted into some kind of crystal. Like the creepy crawlies that we found on the way through.
There. Oh, and now character CC, I'm going to swap out warding bond with lesser restoration.
Cool.
I will say Saren is too absorbed in looking at this crystal to hear anything that is being said.
Okay. As you're looking it over, you realize it has an odd shape to it. It's not the stone you saw it for at the beginning. While does seem to be made of a pale blue stone that is softly glowing, it is in the shape of a tiny key. You can feel a good amount of magic surging around it. And this feels like it is a key that is meant to deal with some kind of other magic, as if something almost like trying to turn off some kind of barrier. But you can feel that even within the magic, it is not complete. There's at least two other missing parts that feel like they should harmonize with this.
Okay.
Well, we know what we're in for now, mostly. I believe we should get Bella and start heading in. That pillar seems to be the most prevalent.
Does Saren get the idea that casting Identify might give any more information, or
Not really.
think? Okay. She will speak up and tell the group what she has come to find out about the key.
Key, you say?
It looks like it needs two other parts to work.
Interesting. Cece.
Mm-hmm.
Cornelius has a locate object spell. With this part of the key, could I use it to locate the other parts?
Roll the spell. Unfortunately, no. As you're not familiar with the other two items, you wouldn't be able to focus them specifically, and you try to do something close to it, you'll just pick up on the key that's next to you.
Actually, now that I think about it, could I use this spell to see if if one of my retinue is even like within 1,000 feet of us?
You could try to target an item that they would have had, however, most of their items were destroyed.
That is also true.
Because it targets objects, not people. I think there's a locate person spell somewhere in divination.
Saren's going to, after explaining about the key, she's going to look around and see if Bella is still not back in the room with us, right? She's still outside where she was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's gonna go, oh, we should probably inform Bella of what Finnick found. And she's gonna go outside and inform Bella.
The spell you want, Cornelius, is Locate Creature, a 4th level divination spell.
Yeah. Although, didn't you say that we came into this world with all our stuff? We were just stripped of it. Like
No.
where all our gear. We were looking for our gear back in that fort.
No, you were looking for some gear. You came through in the white
We
robes
got-
that you were in.
We got gear that is basically our gear, quote unquote, from what me and Salem had, but it's not our gear, if that makes sense. So that's how we have our stuff, but it wasn't. our
But
stuff.
but Xanth's rings, like my signet ring, that came through with us.
Yes, it is the only thing y'all found.
I mean, I thought that was just because we got kind of sidetracked by running.
I mean, it might have come through. It wasn't on you when you came through. Because y'all went through that weird space in between, in which y'all had those same white linens.
Fair. It was worth asking.
Mm-hmm. So, Saren's gonna go get Bella.
Yes, indeed.
Bella, is it fair to say you're right out front?
Just went outside just to drink coffee.
That's what I thought.
So
You see Saren poke her head out of the little outpost.
Uh, you're Bella, correct? Sorry, still getting used to the names.
give you a nod.
Finnick came back. We got a bit of a reconnaissance from him, and he showed me this as she holds up the key.
Right. Do you know what the key's for, or
Above table,
did she
Cece.
say
I
it
know
was a
you
key,
just.
or did she just?
She did say it was a key,
Your
as
best
well as hold it up so Bella can see.
your best guess is it's some kind of magical barrier. It needs 2 more parts to undo it, but you wouldn't know where that barrier is or what it's covering.
Yeah.
Fennec just found
And-
something weird and magical, so we brought it back to you, which is kind of his thing, which is why he keeps getting cursed by things.
Yeah, sounds on par. But Saren will let Bella know. I can't quite tell. It probably some kind of a magic barrier if I can guesstimate off of what I can see. I just know that we need 2 more pieces for it to work for whatever it is, if we can ever find it.
Right. And can you tell us how we're going through the thing or what we're doing?
We mostly just had Finnick come back and say what he found, and we hadn't really talked about what we were doing. I figured it'd be good for everyone to be back there whenever we talked about it.
And so get up and start heading inside. You say, and like you got a magical key. I don't know anything about magic, so that's very nice. Hopefully you like whatever it does. Walk back inside.
Saren will follow back after, back in after Bella.
Fennec gives you both a wave as y'all come back in. Cookie checks to see if you need any more coffee.
That's it, right? Thanks, girl. And she'll put the cup away. It's very good.
So, looks like, as for ways up onto the 2nd floor, there's a couple different staircases in the back, but the rooms that they lead into have things moving around inside them. I found that hidden passageway we could try. And then there's the center pillar. It sounds like something was in there. If we're trying to go up, might be best to avoid. But it might also have that staircase that leads up, so not sure.
Whatever way you think is best. But I haven't seen any, so I can't really weigh in.
I'd probably suggest if we're looking to go up, take the hidden passage. Seems to be the least covered, but Cornelius was saying it might be a good idea to go to the center pillar.
A large magical pillar. Sounds like an obelisk to me.
Bigger than that. Probably has a room or a stairwell inside.
Well, probably to this like a democracy. So, Father, Dr. Saren, what does everyone want to do?
I'm never really against a battle, but it seems like the things in here really kick ass, and you seem very more as just get it over with instead of prolonging it. So I'm fine with trying the secret passage that Finnick found. See if that leads anywhere. If we have to go to the center pillar, then better exhaust all options first.
Just let the others weigh in for whatever they want to do, and just bring her mind go with whatever the majority is.
The question is the father and the doctor here?
Yeah, everybody's in the room.
No, I meant in the voice call,
I
like actually
know.
able to hear us.
It's a good question.
Marmite,
Blue.
blue.
I'm here, muted. Did I miss something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
I do apologize.
We're trying to figure out what y'all are doing, how y'all are going in it.
I am following the party. Fine. Sorry.
And Dalton's not smart enough. Dalton's not smart enough to figure this place out. His idea is to shatter every door on his way out. So whatever the group decides.
Bella
Okay,
was
so
gives
kind of
us
the idea
Sorry.
was the democracy. So do we want to go up a hidden staircase, which was Finnick's suggestion and what Saren was leaning towards? Or do we want to go up to where there's like a spire type thing, which Cornelius was interested in exploring? So it's either hidden staircase or up this kind of like hidden passage, sorry, or up like a spiral staircase to what might be a giant obelisk type thing.
There is also
The
some
only-
back stairwells that Fennec said were covered. But if y'all fight
Yes.
through, y'all can take those as well.
Mhm.
I think
Another
we're gonna
thing
fight
is
first.
that center obelisk like thing. Finnick does not know what's inside, but can hear something in there. So we don't actually know if it has a staircase leading up. He just said it seems like it'd be big enough to house it. Is that
I
correct,
mean,
Cece?
Yes.
Okay.
There are entrances to it on the first floor and entrances on the second floor.
hidden staircase sounds good, but we are trying just to get to the end of this as quick as we can because it is exceedingly dangerous here.
Secret passage.
Father Dalton's choosing for the secret passage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Baron, have any objections?
I mean, I'd rather go for straight route, just get this done, but secret route passage might get us there safely.
It seems like the secret passage is the maybe I misunderstood, but it seemed like the secret passage was kind of the straight route without having to fight through a bunch of enemies from what Finnick could pick up. The table, what he kind of given was that seems like the way to get through without having to fight whatever's. I know a few of the stairwells are just covered in enemies, and he heard something noisy and possibly sounds like an enemy somewhere around that middle thing, obelisk thing. So secret passage might be the least enemy resistance.
We forgot to ask something. Cornelius, that mouse corpse you found that was turned to crystal. Which path was it on?
Neither. It was when I was looking around the first floor.
We should probably check to see
Able
if
to
that's
stop
Junie.
by.
What was that, Alcock?
Bella was gonna ask the same thing that Cornelius and we'll ask if there's a way to stop and look at it to see if they can figure out if it's Junie or not.
Maybe. It was half covered in crystal. You're gonna have to go through a fight, though. That section had a lot of floaters. If I wasn't invisible, it would have been a major issue.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It looks
then
like they were
up we
trying to do
go,
some kind of
secret
research.
passage. Shocking.
Wait, the floaters were researching or the mouse?
In the mouse, there were a couple books scattered around, but I didn't stick around long enough to take a good look.
That probably is Judy.
And I'm
mean, how
sorry
many-
for your loss.
Well, they might not be dead. You said they were crystallized. It might be like what happens when it might be reversible.
I don't know how to do that. When people turn into crystal, I usually expect them to be a lost cause, but you know more about it than I do.
Let's book the secret passage. That seems majority rules.
Gotcha. And come on, I'll show you the way. We'll have to be quiet, though.
Above table. We are not going to the fight to look at
Correct.
the
Sounds like.
corpse. Okay.
Just you know, is that Junie is a little mouse friend who was the companion of
Sailwind.
Sailwind, the person who helped us escape before in the first place.
The consequences of Bella's actions that she doesn't have time to deal with right now.
I mean, they were giving off a astounding amount of bullshit. I don't blame you for that one.
I mean, they were shitheads. That is very true, but it doesn't change the fact that she still doesn't really feel that great that she ran them off into the mist and they're most likely dead now.
I
still
mean,
feels
to be
pretty shitty,
fair,
but
they told us repeatedly that almost no one knows what goes on in rifts. Like every single one is different. They had no way of knowing what's going on here. I mean, they told us that repeatedly.
So secret passage.
Yeah.
Bella will check on Cookie to make sure Cookie's good to go. And remind Cornelius he can't see in the dark, so to hold on to someone.
You see, Cookie has replaced their torch helmet with a ninja wrap.
It's right. Nice and stealthy. Just stay close so you can use one of us to see in the dark.
But
Bella's ready.
you see Fennec take y'all back into the building through the same door in which y'all exited. Excuse me. Taking a sharp left, almost exactly following y'all's path up into the destroyed room where Cornelius and Xanth threw down. It's just over here. As he goes through the door to the north of it, into what looks like an old storage room. It's here he opens a chest and presses in a back panel of the wood on the chest, and you see the entire wall shiver before the chest is pulled into the wall and the wall slides in to the rest of the wall, revealing a hidden staircase.
You know, I can't help but feel like we would have found this because before all that happened, I did want to go in here.
Is there ever just a moment that we can just go and get something done without you having to have a commentary about how you could have done something or you would have done something or you've done something? We just get through the fucking place. Yes.
Yes, and people call me a narcissist.
I was actually going to
You
ask
are-
Varen if
you-
they noticed
you-
some narcissistic tendencies from that one.
The father is also a narcissist and a fucking con man. Do not let him fool you. He isn't as bad as the lab one. Sometimes, you know what? We're all shitty people except for the doctor and Cookie. Really, and that's about it.
Hey, I'm not a con man. The term is priest.
You're a priest of your own
lie
religion.
to people to get. You've admitted that you lie to people to get their money. So, you know, I don't. This isn't. I can't do it. This isn't the time. Let's just go on and go. That's great. I'm just gonna be like, who is going first? What is the plan here? Cornelius is loud as shit, because he wears heavy armor. We don't typically send the doctor or the father up there because, well, they get hurt a little bit faster because they don't wear armor. So,
Well, I can hear fluttering from that way. Fennec points to the west.
Real quick above table. Cornelius, Father Dalton, have you guys long rested to get your HP up?
Dalton didn't.
I did. Oh, dang it! Didn't save.
oh weird, maybe I need to refresh because you guys both look weird on mine.
Yeah.
Should be good now.
Why is the green bar so low? Is my
Because they
question.
don't have it set to refresh on a rest.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Oh,
right.
okay. I was gonna
There
say,
we
yeah,
go.
they both
Okay.
their green bars are, yeah, there we go.
I just fixed it myself.
Got it.
But that it's not.
Alright.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Go, Susie, go.
But Saren will say, sadly, I also do not wear armor, so I don't know if I should go first. I mean, I can. Just might go down quickly if I do.
No, I'm not trying to be mean, but typically it has been better to have the people who cast magic and wear cloth to not be right up front. Safer, I have to stay within. Gonna look over at Bear and say, Doctor, I can't remember 30 feet of you where you can see me. Was that the rule? I think it's 30 feet above table, by the way. I'm
For
just gonna say
the
the
hex stuff, I think.
or Marmite's amulet.
I believe it's 30. It's 30 or 60.
The amulet. I
Let
think
me
it's
see.
30. I feel like 60 was too far, and it has to be line of sight as well because I got yelled at for going more than a certain distance away in a fight.
By an attacker, you can see within 30 feet of you. So
30 feet.
when the wearer, okay, yeah. So it has to be within 30 feet of Varen, and they have to be able to visibly see you.
All right, so that'll be Bella's happy to go first on the caveat that she has to stay within 30 feet of the doctor. That's her only rule she's been yelled at about. And I
Don't need
wanna
to,
go
but it's
against that.
beneficial. 'Cause it keeps the swarms off of you.
Bella said she would stay within 30 feet. I was just trying to make sure it was 30 and not 60. So Bella doesn't care. She can go first if need be.
You can always give the talisman to
Take
someone
damage.
else if you would rather too. That is an option.
It's fine. No, I'm not against it. I just
Giving you options is all.
you were on mute. I was just making sure it was 30 feet because she said she'd stay within the distance. So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't making up the distance. And Bella will go first and ask if Cornelius wants to bring up the rear where Cornelius wants to land, since Cornelius is the other sort of swinging person.
I'll take up the rear, but since we're trying to be as stealthy as possible, just in case I need to attack something, you have a long sword I can borrow? It's one that doesn't glow.
Let me see. She gave you a shield so far. Ella has.
I'll take
a
anything one-handed.
hand axe or javelins are what she's got on her. That's all she has besides her fist. And if that appeals to you.
Oh, I'll stick with my sword. If I end up having to use it, we're stealth me out the window anyway.
Yep, that makes sense. All right. And I guess if someone who can see in the dark would stay somewhat beneath Cornelius so he can see, and then Cookie will also need someone who can see in the dark as well.
I can help with Cookie with seeing. Saren will pipe up.
That's amazing. Appreciate that.
So, which way
It's
we want to go?
important. So I saw. You set up the stairs, right?
You've
This
already
way,
gone
but
up the
which way
stairs
did you
by this
say?
point.
No. Okay, you said fluttering to the west. So
Yes. The left-hand
Will,
door
you said
sounds
you
like
heard
it has something in it.
fluttering.
The right
This
does
way.
not.
All right. All right. Well then, but let's go to the right. That
Fennec
work?
moves over with you, and he looks ready to open the door. You want to go first, or I do?
Are you good at getting hit in the face repeatedly?
No, but I'm good at peeking through and then ducking behind the person that is.
If you want to open it and look, I guess you can, if that makes you feel better. I mean, I feel like we're going, right? We're kind of there.
There's a shrug.
If you want to open and look in, please. I won't
He's-
stop you.
He's going to put his hand and slowly press open the door, poke his head out. Looks empty.
All right, then I'm gonna open your door. And she's just gonna take a step in and be like, right, nothing's killed me yet. Put people behind her.
Fennec's walking far different than you. Unlike standing upright, he's kept a crouch and he's moving low over the ground, a bow in his hand.
Mhm.
So I think this will open up into the central court. Effectively, there's a loft that hangs over the central area that circles around the pillar.
Gonna peek around this corner. There's stairs over here. Do you hear anything in that doorway?
He stops and takes a listen. As Raven's just clackety 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 clack. I'm going to summon
It's not
Thrusk.
Raven.
Oh, I thought it was Raven. It's Zed.
No, it's
Always
It's-
blaming me.
Because it's usually you.
I mean, it is often Raven, you know.
Do you
but-
hear that?
No.
Exactly. I have a thing that covers my mic. Remember?
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was me.
Oh, it was Marmite? Alright.
yes, it was Marmite.
Mama's the clickety clacker.
Mhm.
Yep, that's Marmite. But what are the rest of y'all doing as Fennec and Bella move forward? Cookie is staying as close to Bella as can, which means Saren's staying close to Bella as well.
Yeah. I was gonna say Saren's keeping up with them, to be honest. Like she knows she shouldn't be in the front, but she doesn't like to get far from the front.
But there's gonna be one that if Bella stops too fast, like Cookie's gonna go into Bella and then Sarah's gonna go into Cookie, and it's just gonna be like boing, boing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if what I saw on the bottom floors is accurate, Most likely that door over there will be similar to the one we passed and have some kind of small library leading on to another room.
And is it the doors you're at that we want to go through?
I
And
don't
you're the
know.
only one who's seen us far inside, so
I didn't come up to this floor and I watched it from the first.
you hear anything in there?
No,
Just
nothing
look
over
over
here.
there. Well, I hope everyone's ready because I'm opening the door. And I'm just gonna open the door.
And it's going to open through and roll in. We're clear.
Just saying.
Just be quiet. They'll be here, able to hear us down on the first floor if we're too loud.
I whisper to Finnick, can you whisper that back to them? Cornelius is a little bit louder and so is Zant. If we've got to be stealthy, we need to have them be prepared.
There's a nod. And as long as you don't speak too loud, it should be all right. We've got enough distance between us and the first floor. I don't think the armor will make too much noise unless they fall down some stairs. And he's going to turn around and pass that on to Saren.
So I am not to trip. Cornelius, gotcha.
Yeah.
As she's gonna walk over to Cornelius and go, I've been told but from the front to keep your trap shut. Things on the first floor might hear us, so we need to be quiet going in this room.
Understood.
I was gonna point to the east to Finnick and just kind of point and that she's going that way. Start working her way that way.
He's going to follow along behind you, keeping low to the ground.
She's trying to go as quietly as humanly possible.
Dum-dum. Who has the worst stealth of the party?
It's probably
Either
me.
Xanth or Cornelius both have pretty bad stealth.
Xanth doesn't
I
matter at the
have
moment.
I have a 0 to my stealth.
But he
bonus.
has disadvantage, so.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Oh, then actually, if you have a 0, then I have a 1. So
But you still have disadvantage.
Mhm.
fair. So am I rolling
Yeah,
stealth?
I'm gonna +5.
Okay, yeah, so it would be Cornwood that would be the one that's going to roll stealth. Because I'm just going to have the worst of them roll so everybody doesn't have to roll.
Okay.
So go ahead and
Alright,
roll
so I'm
stealth.
rolling.
Cornwood.
I'm going to use a hero point, so I'm not at disadvantage.
Fair.
I still rolled 8. God damn it.
But as y'all are moving around, it's mostly quiet. Y'all can see robed figures moving along underneath you down on the first floor. But luckily, they're far enough away, as Fennec said, that even the soft clanking of Cornelius's armor doesn't attract attention. And as you are moving along, you find what looks to be a small bridge connecting the loft area you are in to what looks like a central area that comes up through the ground. It looks like it goes up higher than any other point. As you can see above you, there are slanted roofs that go towards this pillar in the center.
Assuming there's light in here, so Cornelius can see Bella or no?
Not well, but a little bit.
Okay, just enough. Bella just wants to point her finger towards the bridge and then over, so Cornelius knows what her plan is, because she knows everyone else will see. They're close enough, but since he's with Father Dalton in the back, kind of give them the heads up that going across the bridge. I'm just gonna try and go across the bridge.
I just give thumbs up.
Test it.
Cornelius just like gives a, the gotcha symbol,
Okay.
Does the bridge feel stable when she kind of puts a
Utterly
foot on
so.
it and pushes a bit? Okay, and she's going across.
That's easy enough to move. Moving one at a time and staying low, y'all are able to cross. There is a point when Cornelius is crossing that something down low stops and is looking around. But it doesn't look up. So, Bella,
Let's
you
go on
end
this
up
way.
in a small passageway with a number of books on either side.
Yeah, Bella's just ignoring the book. She's just trying to move through as quietly as she can. She wants to peek and see what she can see. She
Okay.
gets up here. She doesn't want something. God damn it. Is she able to look around, or is it just kind of stop moving where I am?
You're able to look around. You can see far to the north the faint wisp of one of the librarian's robes.
Yeah, she's. Oops, I turned myself. I didn't mean to. I hate when I do that. Eh. No. She's gonna lean. She's tall enough to do this. She's going to lean over Cookie quietly and whisper this in Fennec's ear that some of the things are up here, and she's going to try and slip into the center room and see if we can pass that back down the line because of one of the obnoxious necrosis stealing librarians are up ahead.
There.
So that way he can pass it on, and then she's gonna try to slip around this corner as quietly as she can past it, and then wait for the others.
Alrighty. Cookie and Fennec are able to do as such relatively easily, coming on to another small bridge that looks down into another circular interior room surrounding a even more interior circle. As y'all are going around, I need another stealth check from Cornwood.
I also want to point something out. Cornelius is supposed to be in the back, but he is now in front of Varen and Father Dalton.
They don't move. They don't move fast enough. It's understood that Cornelius is behind everybody.
Sorry for being slow, Raven.
Apologies.
Mom, I did say that they're. And so they're not feeling 100%. They're doing their best. And Blue sometimes has bad internet.
Yeah.
So, I need that next stealth check to see if Cornelius can get around this corner without causing a bunch of noise.
Should I use another hero point, or should I save it for if we have to fight?
You would
Totally
have
up to
heard
you.
from Fennec that there are librarian guys that Bella's seen. Bella had that passed all the way back to everyone, that there's the floaty guys up ahead and we need to be quiet. I'm not saying use a hero point. I just want you to know that that should have come back to you so you're aware.
Yeah, I got some to spare, so I'm gonna use another hero point.
Okay.
12.
I thought that was going to be the 3. Alrighty,
I
let's see
did
what
too.
they roll.
I should have said to use a hero point to give them disadvantage, but you've
I
already
haven't rolled. I haven't yet. He can still roll. He can still use that if he wants. It would have to be Raven, however.
It would. Okay.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna use another hero to give them disadvantage.
That is fair.
Got
And
one
that
hero point
23
left.
turns into an 11.
Oh,
Hey.
thank God!
Nice.
Fucking clutch. Really clutching my pearls right now.
I am clairvoyant. Anyway,
Well,
Y'all are able to get around
if
this
it's helpful,
corner.
Ella is going to make sure it's passed on to everyone that she sees another one south west of us. She's going to say basically she sees another one down here is what she's going to say. But so she's going to go to the right because her thought is that this might lead to hopefully like a staircase to go up or something else. So she's going to move up to the right, and that's what she's going to let everyone know.
Alrighty.
It doesn't mean there's not another one up here. She doesn't currently see one. So, that's her plan.
That does mean, however, I will need another stealth check from Cornelius to get past this next one.
Damn it, CC.
It's the
Can I
last
give him one
one.
of my? Can I give him? Can I just give him my last 2 hero points because it's
No.
not going to end well without them.
Unfortunately, not.
Okay. I'm not going to use the hero point, but
Mhm.
just trust me on this for a second.
What am I trusting you on?
Yeah, see what happens.
I'm going to use
Oof.
An MVP.
MVP. I'm
I
going to use
had a
MVP
feeling
to
that's what
reroll.
was coming.
Motherfucker!
They still have to roll. It's better than the crit fail.
I'm going to use that hero point
Mhm.
to give them disadvantage again.
That's a
the
23 and a
last one.
24.
Mother! Fracker.
As you're moving up, Cornelius, you are just about to make it over when you catch a little. The shield Bella has is a little bit lighter than yours, so you go to shift around, looking around, and your shield knocks against the bars, and there's a soft clink, 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 clink as you're moving. You freeze as you see that one librarian off to your left look up and start to look around.
Hold on.
Did
You said
we-
there's
did
you said they're
Bella-
below.
Hmm?
You said they're below, right?
There's what?
Oh, they're up here with us.
I thought they were in like below us, like down here.
They're there too. That's the
No.
problem.
That's why Bella's been letting everyone know they're up here with us and we're being stealthy. Did we hear this as
Oh, yeah.
well? The Cornelius blunder. Can Bella just look at Nick and Cookie and say, right, we don't have time, door, and then like point and ask them, like she wants to open this door and just get everyone to go.
Nod. You see Cornelius. The librarian is looking around with these strange ruby eyes. They look to left, then they look to right. As Fennec on the other side is able to get the door open, and you and Bella, you and him go through.
Bella's gonna wait. She's gonna tell everyone to go around her and just start going up the like usher, like Sarah and Varen, everyone, like try and get them to go in because she'll go in last and shut the door. So she's trying to tell them to move.
Fair.
Okay. Crazy idea. Could I tell Bocephalus to run ahead and distract the thing so it looks like Bocephalus made the noise?
You
I
could.
can always resummon Bocephalus.
You could.
I'm going to telepathically tell Bocephalus. All right, I know that this will suck, but you're going to need to distract that one. Go, my noble steed. I shall see you again.
He looks at you and then goes. He gives you a hop and then charges right at the librarian. And fucking jumps through the air, doing their best, and it doesn't quite make it to their knees, but nips on the bottom of the cloak and is now dangling on the bottom one, as this librarian is now crashing against some of the other books as it tries to kick the horse off.
As they're distracted,
Like-
I head over to the door with the rest of everybody else.
Oh yeah, Bella is mad waving at this point, like telling Saren go. Like she will just kind of shove Saren through if she needs to, and Varen, and just grab them all and push them in the room. We go now.
Saren was
No more
going
taking
to-
time.
I was gonna say Sarah just was gonna be like, I can yeet you if need be. That's why I was standing back with you. I go before you, but I was gonna wait for the others to get their asses up. She would say that more
No, she
quietly
just,
though than I could.
Yeah, if Bella needs to, she will physically throw Cornelius in the room. Is where she's
no.
at in life. She's trying
No,
to get
clearly.
in quickly. Is why she's waiting out here.
Okay, then
So-
Saren will.
Was in closed door. That's her whole hope in life. And is there anything to try and bar the door with?
Not in here now. There's scorch tones, or torch scones.
I just want to make sure. Okay, Father Dalton get in. I wanted to make sure.
Cornelius, I need a
Okay,
charisma save.
then,
I don't have a hero point to get myself advantage. Okay, normal charisma save. All right, charisma 8. Rolling like shit today.
God, the
Goddamn.
guys are hating me
Cornelius,
tonight.
you feel a problem.
Hmm.
You can feel something get a hold of Cephalus' spirit.
And
And you
with
can feel an infection starting to overtake the spirit that makes up Bucephalus.
yep. So Cephalus is getting sent to his special realm.
It doesn't go anywhere, as it has a hold of not Bucephalus' body, but the spirit that inhabits it. You can feel the screams of your steed trying to fight back, but they are very quickly getting weaker. And within moments, you feel that bond with that spirit shatter. You are going to take 20 psychic damage as that bond breaks.
Ouch. Everyone will just see Cornelius fall to a knee, holding his head. Ah.
Can I get an Arcana check from you, Cornelius?
Okay.
I know I just said I'd be right back, but can I give Cornelius
No.
help or no?
Not
Damn,
with this
okay.
one, unfortunately, because this is based on what he's feeling. And unfortunately, you're just in too much pain to really think about it. But after a moment or two, the feeling fades. Leaving you injured but
Yeah.
alive, Cornelius.
There. Well, at least now, but the things don't know we're in here. They got too distracted with my steed.
Correct.
Hopefully.
So what will you do as you see a spiral staircase leading up on either side? Ah! Ah! What? What? What?
Did Discord just fail for a second?
Yeah?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Everyone's entrance music just triggered at once.
Yeah, no, that
Ever
was...
since frickin' Discord had that voice issue a few days ago, I feel like it's still somewhat possessed.
Okay, how much of what I said did y'all hear?
I think
We
the
know
last.
that Cornelius doesn't. He's in too much pain to notice the what's going on. He's kind of stuck in his head, and the last thing I did was I asked if we noticed that Cornelius took damage.
Oh
was
yeah, you
hurt.
see him go down
And
to a
then-
knee, and you see blood. I didn't even hear you. Blood is slightly dripping out of his ears. But you do see there's a spiral staircase on either side that heads up.
Bella's gonna call the doctor over first, or the father. Just be like, Doctor, Father, Cornelius is bleeding from his ears. Can you do anything to help him? He's
Dalton will take a look at him real quick since I'm probably. Oh wait, never mind. He's on the other side of Fennec.
I mean, Fennec can move.
I'll just go over here.
I was gonna say, yeah, Bella will
Out of the way. It's like,
get out of the way.
all right,
some.
let's take kind of like a quick look at him. It's like, all right, what happened? Let's see. Do I roll medicine or Arcana?
Arcana.
Okay.
Can Saren give Father Dalton assistance? Okay, you have advantage, Blue.
Okay, that's good because I forgot this character doesn't have Arcana. Nat 20 for 21.
Doesn't need it.
But Father Dalton, you've seen some cases like this where people suffer from extreme spell lashback. As a spell, either the most common version of it is someone interrupting a rather serious spell, and the spell lashing back and releasing all that magic onto the caster itself.
I have telepathic, so can I determine like it was psychic damage that he took?
I mean, telepathic wouldn't help you there, but yeah, that's what happens when lashback hits. It's
Ugh,
going to affect
like,
the mind, because that's where the
yeah,
magic is being controlled from.
like, like, something happened with your magic. Were you casting a spell or something?
When my shield banged against that railing, I sent Bucephalus to distract the one that was looking for me. I think something happened to Bucephalus.
Ugh, and whatever happened to them must have backlashed onto you. All right, you should be fine. It'll take a second. I've seen this happen a couple times. I mean, heck, I think it happened to me once before. It's not a comfortable thing, but it's not the end of the world. Just give yourself a second to re-engage and reassemble yourself, or reacclimate yourself. That's the better term.
Bucephalus has been taken down in combat many times, but I don't think I've ever felt it happen like this.
What happened to it?
It felt wrong. I couldn't even dispel him. It just something happened to his spirit.
Oh, that. Oh, well, that is comforting to know.
In what way is that comforting?
I was being sarcastic. You're not in the mental state to understand sarcasm right now. Well, just give yourself a second. You should be good. I'll cast Cure Wounds on you. Wait, what are my Cure Wounds? Wait, what the fuck happened to my spells? Second. There we go. I should have that.
5 HP back to Cornwood.
I'm using one of my I'm using it. Okay, I'm using a dice stone. I hear a point on that. I got enough.
Okay. Let's see what the reroll is. 8.
It's better.
Mhm.
As you like feel my hand on your forehead, and I just like top you up a little bit.
Appreciate it, Dalton. I'll have to summon Bucephalus back later when we have time and possibly more room. I don't know if resummoning him will resummon him in his normal form.
Yes, and we're also going to need to be more careful. If something else already caught them, then they're probably going to be a bit more vigilant now. I mean, they probably knew we were here. We were here in this tower, but not in this area specifically.
Yes,
Thanks,
that's why.
CJ.
Hmm?
Sorry, I wanted to above table ask a technical question
Yeah.
to the DM. So I don't see it listed in the spell,
Mm-hmm.
but can fly mitigate like heavy armor disadvantage too?
No.
Damn. Okay.
Because as you're flying, you're still moving around, and the heavy armor is still shifting on your body, which is what's making the noise.
Yeah,
You
I
want
wasn't sure.
Pass without a trace.
Okay.
I think that's the spell you would need, or a silent spell.
Yeah.
How about levitate?
Levitate would have the same problem,
Yeah.
Fair.
and
Yeah,
have
the
even
only-
less control.
Yeah. All right, so we shouldn't loiter too much in case they figure out we're here. Should we continue up?
Agreed.
Yeah, Bella
I
was
think
doing.
What was that, Bella?
Bella's going up. I don't know if up is to this door or if up is just to the
The
top
spiral
of the stairs,
staircases.
but yeah, Bella's going.
Or a curved staircase in the spiral, since it only goes up one floor, right?
No, it goes up multiple spirals.
Oh, I thought there was like two spiral staircases, like on either side. They got like
They spiral together.
oh, ooh, helix staircase. I love those.
Yeah.
I want one.
Anyway, we're continuing up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boop. As we throw the party. As I get y'all from out on top of each other. See. No Xanth. I need the captain. As y'all enter after a good bit of walking, a very small room in which sits a pedestal with a red orb that is flickering with red lightning. Over it, you see some kind of teal blue barrier.
Well, I think we found the barrier that key goes to.
And that means that we need the other two parts if we want to continue with this.
Which,
See it
unfortunately,
wait.
for you, Bella, means we might have to search through this entire library.
Is there anything that Saren can do to figure out anything more about this barrier or even the orb inside?
You wouldn't know much about the orb in the middle. Well, no, go ahead and roll me Arcana.
You
Okay.
can get assistance with that.
Okay.
Can I just say while that's happening, Bella's gonna deck Dalton, not Dalton, sorry, Bloom. I'm so used to hitting Daryl, and she's gonna punch Cornelius in the face.
Cookie's gonna die.
I mean her too. Like she's 100%. She's planning to deck the Everlight, like knock him on his ass. And while they're looking at that, she's just gonna be like, right, so again, with the whole narcissist thing, I wanted us to get out of here safely. I don't know what's the point of the rude ass comments, but if you keep them up, I'm gonna keep hitting you a lot harder next time. And then she'll just pet Cookie and go back to allowing Sarah and them to do stuff.
Something that you do notice, Varen, you have passive to see it. When Bella punches Cornelius, he kind of stumbles back, and you notice his hand comes very close to the barrier, and you see it pull away from his hand. Almost creating an indent in the barrier.
Hmm. Interesting.
Saren, you on the other side are taking a look at the barrier, and you're pretty sure it's the same magic that's coming off of the key that Fennec found, but it is definitely missing two of the pieces to completely bring it down. The middle part seems to be a power conduit of some kind. You're not entirely sure what it's powering, but there is a lot of energy surging through it, and it is seen in the red lightning that scorches around it from time to time.
I'm very curious if I highly doubt it, because that's what most magic barriers account for, but I almost wonder if there's a way to get around that magic barrier and cast something from within. Again, highly doubt it, since that's what they're accustomed to preventing. Saren is saying this in character.
I don't know what you mean. Is there something you need us to do?
What was that, Bella? Sorry.
Bella said she doesn't know what you mean. Is there something you need them to do? There's nothing about magic.
More just thinking if there is any way that I could just cast inside of it and blow that thing up, but probably best to figure out what it does before just blowing it up.
Probably. Varen's just going to give the see how far it bends inwards.
Then you press against it, and you see the barrier have a little bit of elasticity, and you start to be able to push it in. How hard are you pushing?
Just giving it enough push until it like actually firms up.
You're able to put about halfway down your arm before it really starts to fight back. You're not putting too much pressure on it, but it still doesn't seem all that solid to you. As you can see little sparks of red lightning covering your hand.
Seeing Farron touch the barrier, Cornelius, out of curiosity, will also kind of reach toward it.
Sorry, red
I-
lightning?
Red lightning, yes.
Like as in the corruption stuff?
The same as you saw in the orb when y'all first came in.
Saren is also going to do what Cornelia said and what she sees Varen doing, which is basically fucking around with the barrier.
Well, seeing as Varen doesn't want to get corrupted, she's going to pull back.
It seems
Seeing the
fine.
lightning.
What happens when Cornelius reaches toward it?
Same thing. The barrier indents a little bit and becomes harder and harder to press forward.
It feels
Is
like
Var- Oh, go ahead.
feels almost like jelly or this thing I made once when I was a kid. I'm mixing cornstarch with water.
Does Varen say anything to Saren whenever she goes to touch the barrier, by the way?
I mean, well, that's your own choice.
Okay.
Aaron, you're almost certain the barrier should not be acting like this.
She's gonna try and create a bonfire inside.
It fails.
Okay, that's what she thought, but so is there like furniture or flooring that's like preventing us from going towards it, or is it just the barrier?
It's just the barrier. There's a pedestal in the center, which is holding the orb, but that is it. As well, there is a fancy tree design on the floor, but that's not going to stop you from moving.
Yeah.
Unless you're afraid
What
of trees, I guess.
Yeah. Does that happen if like Saren, instead of just moving her arm towards it, just walks towards it and full?
It starts to press in like it did with your arm. It's a little harder, but you are able to press into it a little bit before it starts to push you back. As the more you push, the harder it pushes back against you.
I won't lie. I'm tempted to punch this thing.
If you do, let us move back a little bit, and I'm gonna watch what happens whenever you punch it. If you do,
I give a bardic to Cornelius.
Okay.
Saren's going to move towards the bookshelves, but try and be kind of close to Cornelius to watch exactly what's going on.
I move slightly down the stairs, so I got like a bit of a barricade, or like a bit of a small bit of wall blocking the blast.
Fennec's going to do the same. You can see his
Eh.
head poking over the edge.
I'll take what I can. I'll take what I can get.
Cornelius reels his hand back and punches the barrier as hard as he possibly can.
You never make contact. As soon as you start to press in, the barrier starts to indent, moving away from your fist until you pass out the other side.
What do you mean? I
Not
pass
the
out
other side towards Xanth. You take that swing going from right to left and it passes.
Like it just passes through the barrier?
No, the barrier pulls in and eventually your hand comes out.
Like it makes a tunnel?
Without saying anything. Ella's gonna jump on top of the barrier, like body flop on it. Wants to see if that whole thing can avoid how big she is.
You see it presses down just the same, and about the same distance, it catches your weight.
How big is this
Oh.
barrier?
You can see it.
Yeah, but like, okay, so it's like a 10-foot barrier.
Yeah.
So it seems that the barrier can give slack, but after it gets to a certain point, it solidifies to where nothing can pass through it.
Interesting.
I bet with all that muscle, Bella might be able to push deeper.
Yeah, that was my next thought, was to see, I'm just trying to figure out if I do it while I'm sitting on top of it, or if I try and push into it. My thought, I wasn't sure the best way, but brute force is well, so yeah, Bella's gonna try and see if she can push all the way in and grab that thing inside of it. She
Can I
break through
get
the barrier.
a disadvantage athletics check?
Can I help help her with that?
Not from where she is.
I can't
Use
just
the
go over
hero
to her
point.
like and help.
She's currently on top of the barrier.
Fair.
Use a hero point to get rid of my disadvantage, if that's all right.
So Bella, you really don't have a good angle to really push any of it, so you're kind of at an awkward angle.
All right. Can I
Which
just
is-
hero point to get rid of
Yeah,
the
you can.
disadvantage? That should just be the 18. I didn't need to be on advantage.
You
Wrong,
start
sorry.
to, it should just be normal. So you start to press down harder and harder and harder, and you are making way, and your fingers get a couple inches away from the orb, but without a proper way to press, you can't get those last couple inches from where you are.
All right, can she stand up off of it and reposition herself and give it another go?
Where are you going to be standing? Still on top of it, or off to the side?
No, she's thinking if she gets off to the side and tries to go in like at a more forward angle like they were, instead of being on top of it, she can get her footing, and she'd probably ask Cornelius maybe to help raise her, right? To just give her like to where she can really just freaking try and grab this thing.
Yeah.
I
So
want to
Cornelia,
pose a thought real quick. What if you guys go at it from different angles and try and like sandwich it?
that could be interesting.
I'm game for that.
Cornelius will go around to the other side.
I mean, of course, if you want to try Bella's idea first, more power to you. I just wanted to throw that out there as well.
You know,
I
thought
could.
that I had.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
Yes, I could brace my back against Bella's and push off from the bookcase. Really press them into that thing.
Felt like I was almost there. It just, I mean, I do have the option if I really want to go crazy. I guess I could go into a pretty angry state and really try and just slam my hand through it. I just think I need a better angle than straight down. It
Oh
moved,
yeah,
we all touched it, right? So do we want more than one person to try at a time, or does that mean it's going to try and dance around us? Or is it easy just to have one person trying to do it?
you definitely got farther than the rest of us. So if you think that your way it might be a bit better, then definitely go for that. I was just offering another suggestion just in case it was something we wanted to try. I'm not trying to say that your idea was not good.
Well, if you used
I
your,
was gonna look at Sarah and like generally confused and be like, no, I was asking because I don't understand magic and I don't know. I just saw it move when people both tried to touch it. So I don't know if it's better to do it with Cornelius on the other side, we can. Or I can, like I said, I could try and get really kind of pissed off and probably get myself a bit longer of a grab on it.
activate your beastly attack and attack it maybe with your claws or something.
Above table, I was saying that maybe rage is what Bella could do because that gives advantage on athletic checks. And so the thought was, but either way, if I guess DM with her not being on top of it, is she at a normal
Yeah,
roll?
because you're actually able to get your normal.
Then I'll
bonus.
just okay. Then I'll use a hero point to give advantage, and I'll try it that way. See if I can
Gotcha.
get
You'll need-
through there.
You don't need to use a hero point if Cornelius is going to help you.
I don't know if Cece's allowing the help or not. That would be his call.
What are you doing to help?
Their call.
Okay, assuming that Bella is going to be pressing fully into it, trying to reach that thing, Cornelius will brace themselves behind Bella and help push them even further.
That would work. We would
No
need an
hero
athletics from
point
Cornelius and
needs.
then an advantage athletics from Bella. Well, we'll see if he gets the advantage. Go ahead and try Cornelius.
All right, athletics.
Yep. And he is
Why-
able to give you a good push. Bella, you have advantage as you push in.
I'm rolling like shit today.
6.
As Bella, you push and push and push, and then with Cornelius's added effort, you drive deeper and deeper until the barrier starts to charge your skin with red lightning starting to coat it and your forearm before you're able to grab on to the orb, and you feel the lightning start surging through you and an immense pain start to rush through you. But as you do, you get the distinct feeling if you use this energy, you might be able to escape the rift alongside your party. Do you wish to use the power that is currently circulating through you?
Does Bella have a second to say anything or no?
Not really. You're currently in a lot of pain. Like when you touch the ball outside.
Yeah, that was so much fucking damage that she took from that. Why are you putting this on Bella?
Do what Bella would do. No one will judge you.
That's the problem is I'm literally trying to think because it's I what Bella would do. That's a tough one because Bella wants out of here really bad, but Bella is also not one to leave people behind. So she is going to take her hand out and she is did she take damage from that, by the way?
Oh yeah, as you feel you do not expend the energy, it surges through you. As you are going to take a total of that's not a bad roll. 25 rift damage, which surges through you.
Since I'm
way better
pressed
than
against
last.
Bella, would that also transfer? Would I be able to like get some
Not
of that?
this time.
Like, cool. No, okay.
You can definitely
Bella
feel
will
the
take her
charge
hand.
surging through her, though.
Yep.
Oh,
Not as
wait,
bad
gonna
as it was
take
the
her hand
first
out.
time.
If I was feeling Bella's,
Summer took so much damage. So much damage.
You think the
If I was-
barrier might be nullifying some of it as you're not fully touching it.
Bella will just take her hand out. I'm assuming her hand probably looks very evidently bad to everyone in the room, and she's going to say, "Right, okay, so I learned a lot in there. I should probably be the one to do that again because without that barrier, we don't want that down. That would have done Saren and Finnick who weren't with us, but I touched a rift before and it almost killed me. So needless to say, that hurt a lot, and I was able to, I don't know if you felt that, Cornelius, but I could have used that to take us out of this rift. But I think it would have only been us in this room, and I didn't want to make that decision for all of us because we still have Cornelius's people, and I don't know I want everyone should have a voice. I'm a big believer in that. So once we all decide what we want to do, I can smash my hand back in there and I can get us out. But if I do it now, I think it will just be those of us in this room. It won't be the others who came here. So we should all get the say in that. Everyone.
wait, you had a chance to leave, to pull us all out of the rift, like you've been saying you wanted to do this entire time, and you didn't.
Cornelia, she just said that if She didn't think your fellow comrades that are left here will be coming with us. It's just us.
I'm aware, and I'm just surprised. You've been talking about how you want to get out of here so badly, Bella. Thank you. Honestly,
is
thank you.
going to get so close in Cornelius's face, and Sarah and Finnick in advance, she is sorry. She's gonna get so close in Cornelius's face and be like, right, because some of us who weren't raised like fucking asshole nobles think of others before ourselves. And I wanted to think of the other people. I heard you say thank you, but you had to get the jab in first about how I wanted out of here. I have wanted out of here, and I still fucking want out of here. But we have other people, even if I haven't met them, there are other people here. And like I said, everyone should have freedom to have a voice in things. And I wanted all of us to make the choice that we do. Stop talking about it, or I'm going to punch you again. She's just going to turn and walk over and pet Cookie as an emotional support dog for a minute.
Cookie's gonna give you face licks as a job well
Cornelius,
done.
Cornelius, I'm going to say this as someone who who has been assaulted many times by people for talking too much. Learn when to take a hint and just accept it.
I wasn't trying to make a jab. I was just stating facts.
Yes, but even though I've only been with you for, well, and it hasn't even been a day, but like, Bella isn't as narcissistic as you.
How is being grateful that someone took my feelings into account narcissistic?
Because
You
you're
could have just said
saying
you could have just said thank you
I did.
you pointed
without the
out
rest
how
of it.
yes, you acted surprised that Bella put others' feelings in front of her own.
No offense, but is this conversation for now or later?
Yeah. Right. So, do we want to get out of here now, or do we want to try and rescue his people and then get out of this place?
Might not be a popular opinion, but we should also try to rescue, hopefully, Judy and Selwyn, if they're here.
I have
Uh,
not been in
one
this
thing
place.
that-
Oh, go ahead, Bella.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. I was just going to say that I have not been here long, and I do not know any of these uh, uh companions that you are speaking of, but so I do not feel as though I have a place to say. If you wish to stay and look for these people, then I shall help you.
The one thing that I think that we should just mention that we did learn from Selwyn and Junie for Sarah and Finnick, when we go through this rift, we don't know where we're going to end up. It's not necessary that we just go right back home. We could just go into another place, and we don't know what it'll be like. This place is horrible, and I want out of it. It's true, but I don't like leaving people behind. I think that's terrible. And so if we're all on board for what
Can I
could
get a
be
quick perception?
a nasty fight, from who?
Bella.
Yeah. Well, we should probably hero point this for advantage because perception is only so good for her.
As your body is adjusting and you're talking, you start to recognize something you were feeling under the lightning. You think you might have felt an icy chill under there, as if you were attempting to stick your hand into the middle of a blizzard.
Um, I guess look at the people she knows are casters in the room. She doesn't think Finnick is. She doesn't know what Finnick is. I'm just gonna say that above table. She knows that he can do weird things, but she knows that like Xanth, Father Baron, and Sarah know magic, and she's just gonna basically tell them, yeah, it kind of felt like we might go into a blizzard. It's cold, but I don't know if that's from the fact that that just hurt me a lot. Well, enough, right?
I mean,
It was not warm.
we were on a mountaintop when we went to the rift initially. I'm pretty sure there was a blizzard going on. or some sort of snowstorm.
But Finnick and Saren weren't with us. We have the thought that we can try and look for people, or we have the thought that if there was a mouse, this now Crystal, doing research, maybe someone figured out a way to get out with the others already. There's lots of options we should consider. I don't know how much time we have. No one's come up the stairs yet, but it might be something we think about. And if you looked around this place, do you feel like there's anywhere that there's anything in here besides those weird librarians?
There's definitely something big on the first floor underneath us. I could hear it moving around. There's a couple places on the second floor I didn't get the chance to look at. Looked like a couple doors. But based on the exterior, I wouldn't say they're entirely large. Maybe the original housing units for the librarians that stayed here. Maybe studies, something like that.
You don't. So you don't think that. The other thought that we have is if we don't try and destroy whatever it is in here, then this whole world just keeps getting eaten by the red stuff too. I guess we have to decide if we want to try and be heroes and destroy whatever it is to help the people up above. If we want to just go and get back to probably where we started from, but that might risk none of Cornelius's people or Selwyn or Judy if that wasn't her dead downstairs. Or we try and find them, maybe try and find key parts, but who knows, maybe there's key parts in other places. We also have the thought that in that first place we ended up in when we were sucked into that rift, and we were supposed to meet some queen or king or something that we kind of left before we met them, so they might be pissed at us. Something about a church. That's where we're going. There's a lot to think on. I think everyone should maybe think on it and say what they want to do, and we majority rules. I'm not good enough to know what we should do, so I'd like everyone to think what they think we should do though. And Sarah and Finnick, you get a say as well because you're here with us and you're part of the team.
Baron, there is something that you do remember being said by Selwyn when she was trying to explain all this in the roundabout way she was trying to. She did say she wasn't entirely certain whether or not these places were real. There was a theory that they were, but nobody was sure. And nobody knows what happens to these places after the rifts close either way.
Mm-hmm.
Is Varen going to share that with the group?
I mean, it's still just one big unknown factor of what happens. So they could be alive and pop out somewhere else in wherever the other place is, or they could just be thrown to the Sea of Oblivion and utterly destroyed.
I will say it may be a good idea to attempt to gather up Judy. Perhaps we're not dead. Perhaps we can do something for them. And if we can, they would know what was going on around here much more than any of us. Fennec, you mentioned there were. Oh, go ahead.
I'm not trying to be horrible to you, Cornelius, but Finnick said they turned into a crystal, basically. So I don't think whatever, if that was Junie, that there's a way to bring them back. That they're basically, do you remember the things we saw with crystals in their chest? They were like turning into things. I think it sounds like this one just turned into a whole crystal. It was kind of a mouse crystal. I don't think it is very alive.
I mean, fair, but there's always a chance. And Frederick, you mentioned that there was books surrounding the mouse, yes? As if they were studying.
Yeah.
Those books might hold some more answers that we could possibly use. How many of these floating cloaked figures did you see in that room that the mouse was in?
A decent amount of them. I think maybe at least 5. There were some flapping books as well.
I think we could handle five of those things. We work together.
Do you read the language? Cornelius, do you read the language of any of the books?
I haven't looked at any of the books.
Because I can't read them.
You're surrounded by books, Cornelius. You can take a look to see if you know any of the words. I don't.
Saren
Okay.
will also look too. She'll point out, I know a few languages, and I also know the spell comprehend languages. So
There. You see,
Do you know how
There-
long it takes to go through a single book, even skimming for information?
possibly quite a while, but our
2
total-
hours, and we are surrounded by books. We have one person that might be able to comprehend it.
Yes, but it's safe to assume that whatever books Junior were reading are a good place to start. Is what I'm trying to say.
We don't know if it was Junie though or not still, right? And the other question is, Ben, with what you were saying, do you think that means that if we all leave here, that everyone just leaves because this place wouldn't exist? Like everyone would just like if we get out, it just knocks anyone else who's out of here because the
It's
cultists,
an
I remember
unknown.
this, we found out, right? We found out the cultists though weren't Riftborns, that they were trying to get our power to be able to jump through the rifts. And so if they use some of the people to get in here and we followed them, that maybe if we get out, they can't stay, they wouldn't take the risk of just getting stuck in a place and into oblivion. That would be a weird move for them. They seem pretty adamant about getting more power, and it'd be weird to come in and just die.
There is something else that Sailwyn did say. Well, 2 things. First, Junie herself said she wasn't all that studied in the magics of the Rift. It was Sailwyn that knew that information, which is why y'all had to wait for her to wake up to get the information in the first place. But the other thing Sailwyn said is when a rift closes, anyone left inside will become trapped within the rift and are never seen again.
Okay. People haven't been seen again, so I would say higher chance of them being either trapped or obliterated.
Honestly, with the way things have been going, I'm going to assume with the second option this will happen.
Well, I still believe that we go fully democratic and majority rules, but as much as I don't like this idea because why Cornelius thinks these were easy fights, I've almost died a few times in these fights so far, so they're not that easy. Those books almost killed Baron and Father Dalton, because they are vicious, and the other things deal with types of damage that just rot your skin off. Either way, I think that we should at least look through this place as best we can to see if we can find anyone in here, but I think we should go the places that Nick said are worth checking.
Point of order, I never said that they were going to be easy fights. I said we could handle them.
I think that you would benefit from spending some time with our new friend Saren, that maybe she could help you, it could help you learn a bit more about yourself.
Well, that was just confusing.
You hear,
Okay.
you see Fennec Bella suddenly look down. We're running out of time on what we want to choose. The doors just opened downstairs. As he's gonna jump over
I can
the
put-
railing and drop down the stairs to go take a look.
And I was gonna say, we need to make our choice. Do we want me to jab my hand in and get us all out? Or do we want to see if we can survive this place to try and find people who may not be here? Cornelius, I wouldn't hold your breath that your retinue is here, because if the cultists aren't here, they wouldn't just leave them behind. It's the one thing to think on. I'm not trying to influence you, I'm just saying they would have to be with them. They're not gonna just leave them, I don't think.
I think everyone here knows my feelings on the matter, that I want to find my people. So that is where my vote lies. Staying and finding.
And I said, I'm happy to look around this place, but I would like you to manage your expectations that I think the idea of your retinue and the cult being in here is probably pretty low. If all Finnick saw in this whole place was just the librarians, I have a feeling that they're not down here, is what I was saying. And the
I
hope
did-
is that we'll be able to find them in a different place.
You see Fennec's
Father
head
Dalton.
pop back up. 4 librarians on the stairs.
Father Dalton, your vote. Stay or go.
We get the fuck out of here. We get you. This is the first time you heard his voice like cracking from his usual like more regal sounding to something more normal. Like he's freaking out. Like yeah, I say we get the fuck out of here now.
Varen, stay or go.
Go. We can only save us at this moment. We can't keep fighting here.
Finnick,
If
Above
they're as bad
table,
as
are
you
you-
say, we might need to cut our losses. It's going to be a hard fight on the staircase. Do we know
Saren,
if we can get back in?
back
it's
in where?
possible.
Above table. Sorry.
Fennec's throwing whatever he can at the wall. He doesn't even know what. He doesn't exactly understand what's going on, but it sounds like to him there's a portal you can go through. He's asking, can we get back in if need be?
Okay.
No idea.
Thing
Probably
above
not.
table, I think that Selwyn had mentioned that some of the rifts will stay to the same place because people repeatedly go in them to try and plunder them, right?
Yes.
What we first learned about them, like they're rift hunters.
Yeah.
So Ella would say that she remembers Selwyn saying yes, that we were able to, that people hunt in these rifts repeatedly. So probably yes.
Then yeah,
It's not-
let's fall back and get some backup.
All right, Saren, it's your call next.
I don't like leaving people behind either, to be fair, so I'd want to stay.
Fuck, Cookie. Oh, you got to make a decision. Do you want to stay or go?
Cookie
We'll
wants to
split
see if they can find their
now
friends.
about-
So Cookie is stay. Okay.
So that's
I know
3 go, 3 stay. Bella
technically
said
4.
she's fine to
Oh.
do whatever.
Okay.
Bella said she's gonna do whatever, so we need Xanth to make the final call.
Well, we still have Cornelius. I don't think he's actually voted.
No, he has. He said stay.
I would like to find my retinue.
Cool. So it comes down to Zam. And unfortunately, we have to wait for that. So we are going to end it here. Good job, you guys. I'm really curious to see what path y'all take. For those listening in, we thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week. Peace.